that true. I was.
God damn it, Ryan.
What?
Those names.
Oh.
So much. That is so dope. I'm sorry, we're starting off right off the bat saying like, damn, Ryan, like, your name is so dope. And I love the fact that he makes like a change for it every time. I was just like, damn, Ryan. Like, I don't know what else to say about like, we'll get to it. We'll get to it in the comments. I'm sorry, we're all out of, I'm so discombobbled, man. This was so much for me right now. This was so much. There's feels, there's excitement, there's intrigue.
There's all sorts of stuff happening.
Oh man,
Kyuranger is amazing. But let's get to that in a sec.
Yeah.
I want to hit news really quick. Yeah. So, 2 really big news things.
Oh well, we should introduce who we are and what's going on here. Hi, hello,
I was like,
and
what's
welcome.
happening?
I was like, what's going on here?
Hi guys, welcome to Henshin Hangout.
Sorry, I'm telling you, there's so much. You just want to get in. I'm sorry, we're just really
It's fine. All right, so I'm Darrel.
And I'm Daniel.
And welcome to Henshin Hangout here in the Hashtag Show. We're going to be talking about Toku news and Kyuranger, because that's... Oh, I can't wait to start talking about that. But, yes, news. Yes. Okay, so news. We have a leak, spoiler, of our potential new next Sentai. Now, take this with a grain of salt. It, like, showed up on the J-Hero boards, and no one really knows, like, what the deal is. But we have a picture of a helmet. Mm-hmm. And the name of it is going to be Shinsa Sentai. Shinsa meaning new car.
The question I've got, everyone's asking,
yes.
Well, where did it come from? Where did this picture come from?
Where
did it get the name? Like,
this one came off of a message board, J-Hero. But the thing is, like, it's usually from a very reliable source. So we get a lot of these pictures throughout, like, the year, every time a new Sentai comes up. And it was like, this looks like it's BS. But usually when it looks like that quality kind of picture, it usually ends up being kind of real. Usually. And if it doesn't, it usually gets shelved until maybe next year or something like that. Okay. From what my understanding is, it's supposed to start off with 3 Rangers. It's probably going to start off with red, blue, yellow, because that's usually the primary 3.
Primary colors. Yeah,
and then another 2 joining later. And then the theme is supposed to be this cars and 3D technology kind of thing. I don't quite know, but
I know that sounds amazing. Yes,
I'm looking forward to it. I'm always looking forward to new things. I just hope it's as good as Kyuranger, because Kyuranger is going to be very hard to follow.
Seriously, right now, if you drop the ball, I will find you, and I will find you. And when I do, I will read you a letter that I wrote, because I'm really passive. I'm not like.
Oh, I was gonna stick this up. Anyway,
well,
so. Next, some concrete news we do have. The newest Kamen Rider is up, and we have a trailer up right now. I don't know all the details. It revolves around Pandora's box and all this other stuff like that. So the deal with this rider is that he is from what I understand, he has the highest IQ out of any Heisei rider to date. He's an inventor, and he is a physicist, and so he uses these 2 soda can thingamajigs. I don't know what they are, but he shakes them. He puts them in his belt. He turns his handle, and he henshins. And so he can switch out the cans for different things. His primary form, the one he goes in, it's all promotional stuff, is Rabbit Tank. So one side is very organic, and the other side is inorganic. And so there's another one where it's like hedgehog, spike or ninja or metal. I don't know. There's a hedgehog side, but this looks promising because I'm not a fan of the last one. Do you remember my rant about Kamen Rider XA?
Yeah, that's why I'm like. But with that, I remember what you said from the rant, and I'm just thinking to myself, for what you're telling me right now, I don't know if I'm really interested.
And see, that's the thing. When you go about it, when I explain to you, it's like, so Kamen Rider, right? He's half rabbit and half tank. I mean, that's just off.
No, I don't care.
No, Daniel, wait! No. He's cool, I promise! He looks cool. And the story looks cool, the trailer looks cool. I think they're trying out a new cinematic filming style. But it looks good. I hope it's good.
Okay, I hope so. Because So far, you've introduced me to an amazing world right now.
Yes.
Kyuranger. And I am like, whatever Darrel says is going to be good, I am like, okay, this is going to be great. Yeah. So, and you haven't let me wrong. You haven't steered me wrong. Persona, like everything you've been saying is like, oh, this is going to be good. You're going to love this. I love it. I fall in love with it. I'm like, yes, bring me more.
Yes.
This, I have a worry.
Kamen Rider build. I just really hope it's going to be good.
Soda cans, but I mean,
it's a lot to take in.
But if you told me originally when you were breaking this down for me, like Kyuranger, oh yeah, and then they pick out who's gonna fight in this cube and they circle her and it comes out and it's like Kino and blah blah blah, and I was like, what is going on here? But then it's the best show on TV in any way, in any shape, form. The storytelling is amazing. So, all right, I'm in.
Kamen Rider build is very reminiscent of like another Kamen Rider, Double, who is in two people in one, like split in half. So like it's one of those things that like Kamen Rider always has these very like over the top themes. Like if I told you Kamen Rider Double, so he transforms using USB drives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I can go for that.
You can go for
that?
that?
He pops in like a flash drive, boom.
And then each flash drive has a certain thing to it, like Cyclone, which is wind powers, or heat, or...
yeah, so then that's why the soda cans and boom, and
it's ridiculous Japan. Anyway.
Well,
all right,
Japan.
That's really all the news that we have. So now that we've gotten that all the way, let's gush about Kyuranger. This guy put in work.
My goodness.
Stinger put in work. Okay, so when we left off last, Stinger had left the base. He left his Kyutama. He left his jacket and was like, "Hey, I'm going to go do my own thing." So he puts it back down. He goes to meet up with his brother, and he gives them the rest of the Argo ship Kyutamas. Excuse me, I'm trying to burp, and this is really disgusting. Anyway, they have this really intense fight sequence, and what does he do with his Stinger?
He stings himself, guys. Stings himself. And when he does, oh my God, he becomes like hardcore tattoos on his face. He's Mike Tyson, man. Yeah. I mean, he goes for it, all without biting somebody's ear off. It was so good. So good.
But the downside to that, we find out that once a person does that, in the Scorpion race, once they do that, they've basically ended their life. They get all this power, but they will die.
Phenomenal call.
So now we know that Stinger is going to die.
Yeah.
Thanks, spoilers. So yeah, that's a thing that happens, and then the rest of the Kyurangers show up and they try to like, hey, what are you doing? Why did you come here alone? They're still under the impression that Stinger wants to work as a team. That's not the case. And in trying to defend him and get back to Kyutamas, Naga gets stabbed. I think almost through the heart. He kneels over, he's like dying, he demorphs, and everyone's like, oh my God!
Yeah.
Freaking out. So,
oh my God.
He takes Stinger, and Scorpio takes Stinger, and they go off to their base, and everyone else kind of regroups.
Yeah.
There's a lot that happens here.
Can we still? I mean, just a moment. The fighting scenes.
The fighting scenes are incredible.
And we got to see. It was so good. I mean, when he stung himself, and clearly, I mean, you knew it was a coordinated fight.
Yeah.
The stunt coordinator actually did the fight, and it was good.
Yes.
It was so good.
You know what my favorite part about stunt choreographed scenes, especially in Super Sentai, is that when obviously it's choreographed, but when it doesn't look like it's choreographed, when it looks genuine.
That was the thing.
And I love that. It looks so good. I remember when we were watching the preview for this episode last week, and I remember like, Daniel, oh my God, he kneed him so hard, it went through the wall.
Like a shockwave in the wall explodes behind him.
It shot through the pillar. Oh. And I was like, this was just such an intense scene.
Seriously.
And so we get cut back to the Argo ship. Naga is all bandaged up, so he's not dying, but that was pretty serious.
Yep.
And they're trying to figure out what's up with Scorpio.
Okay.
So, God, what happens after that? I'm trying to remember because in these 2 episodes, what happens after that? It was in the ship in Scorpio's base. He stings him again. with more.
He stings him again with his poison and says he can use him to his advantage. Pretty much, you'll do what I want you to do because now you're infected with my poison as well. So you've doubled up. So if you were already strong, now you're just OP.
Yes.
That's it.
Now you're just ridiculous strong.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's right. Oh, yeah. Now I remember, because there's just so much. Kotaro comes back to the Argo ship, like, I need to help get back Stinger, and I'm going to fight with you guys. Yeah. So they go on these squadrons where the Moromizu finally fall on Earth, and they're taking all of the Earth's
planetanium, or what is it?
Planesium.
It's
life
kind
force.
It's the planet's life force. It's like Mako,
So Commander Spada and Hame go off in the Voyager Ryuteno.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many names. They go off and they destroy all the Tri-2, all the Moromizu, and then we have the team of Lucky and Kotaro try and deal with Scorpio and Stinger. They have the same names, and I'm always confused. I'm gonna get them messed up.
But my thing is, I was sending that team to do it. I don't think they really thought they were gonna succeed. Mm-hmm. I think it was just all right, well, this may be a suicide mission, but it's all we have. And it kind of felt that way, like that was looming over it. Like, all right, we're sending the kid, he's in training still, and he's doing better, but he hasn't completed training. This is kind of a worry.
Well, this brings me back to a thing that I had forgotten. So the reason why they go down to Earth at all is because Scorpio sends out a giant thing to the entire Earth saying, hey, if you want your planet to live, you better give up the Kyurangers.
Which I love. Turn the people that you are fighting for against you.
And the people of Earth already don't like the Kyurangers. Every instance we've seen of them, they're like, get off our planet. We don't want you here. And so when they finally get down to the streets and everyone's just like, boo, get up. They're walking through the crowd, and Lucky gets hit with a rock.
Oh, boy.
But he's
it was their version of the Walk of Shame from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and it was this was such a powerful scene, because this happens, I've seen this in other previous Sentai as well. Oh, really? And so this is really nothing new, but this was a very, very powerful scene because of what Kotaro does. So when they're walking through, everyone's getting thrown stuff at, and then Spada was even blocking Hame to make sure chivalry, don't let her get hurt. And then right before Kotaro gets hit with a rock, Lucky catches it, throws it on the ground, everyone just stops. And Kotaro does this speech where he's like, I am so ashamed to call myself an Earthling.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I would turn my back on being an Earthling. Yeah, but it made sense. He's right.
And I'm stronger than all of you. I am fighting for my planet.
But
Jesus!
For the crowd, to literally accept what he says and continue with it. We're all weaklings. Compared to you, we're all weaklings. And this is what we will do. And then they just start throwing the rocks.
It's just... This was so strong. Just seeing how powerful Kotaro is on his own. And that's what worry I had with Kotaro, because when we saw him, we thought he was just going to be this bumbling child that was just going to be fighting. But
he's the kid that gets in the way, and I was glad when they sent him away a little bit. A little bit.
These two episodes just showed how strong of a character he is.
Dude.
And I'm so happy about that. So after all that happens, and it's I'm ashamed to be an Earthling, the fighting happens. So... So they have Stinger's Seiza Blaster.
Yeah.
I was they have the Seiza Blaster and the antidote for the venom. And there's this amazing fight scene between Kotaro and Stinger and Scorpio and Lucky. Yeah. And there's all this stuff happening and
so much.
This brotherly love and
all through it, actually, it was just you're my brother, and he was giving it, and Kotaro was giving such a speech. And again.
Yes.
Again. This kid is the heart
of the
team.
The best part about that is this has all happened unmorphed. Yeah. And I love that. I love when that stuff happens. So there's whole fight scene happens.
I love the fighting outside of the suits. Yeah. I love it.
It's just gorgeous. So Kotaro stabs him with the antidote. He's healed, sort of. And while he's still under the spell, Lucky gives him the pep talk of why you should rely on us. We're a team. And then he gives him this back, and they henshin.
Yeah.
And then...
wait, even before, just behind the scenes a little bit. You already saw the episode prior to me.
Yes.
And so I watched it, and while I was watching it, I was like, wait, so if he's healed, why are there still tattoos on his face? And you were like, wait for it. And I was like, wait for what? Just wait for it. Just wait for it. I was like, oh boy. All right, there's so much more coming.
Yes.
There's so much more coming.
Oh my gosh. So they did the fight. And while this fight is happening, this is where the episode breaks. They morph and they run at him. Episode break.
Boom.
But honestly, if the episode had ended there and we didn't see the next episode, I would have been so
That
mad.
would have been it. I literally would have been like, well, all right.
Punch
never
my
watching
computer
this
screen.
again. Never watching this again. You guys are dicks.
But the next episode, though,
boom,
we got straight into the fighting. Everyone's kind of working together, and then the poison hits Stinger again. I like this because it happens in his morph form. Normally when that stuff happens, it's just like, oh, fight through it, and then, it's like, yeah, we win, the day is saved, and then it'll hit him.
Exactly.
I like that it hit him mid-fight.
Yeah.
It's not something they skipped over.
Yeah.
So they have this whole entire fight, and he demorphs. God, what happens? The
Remember he demorphs.
He demorphs, and then Champ comes back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Champ
Okay.
comes back like a champ.
Yes, he does, dude. It was dope because he demorphs, and then Scorpio is gonna. All right, well, I'm gonna do my final blow, right?
Yeah.
Is that it? And comes.
Oh,
down
that's
to
right. His weapon gets thrown over to the side. And yeah.
He's about to do the final blow. He's like, well, I'm done with this. I've done all I can. And I've got no point one. I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
But also, there were moments and questions where watching it this time, actually figuring out, oh my god, there were moments where Scorpio was literally holding back.
Yeah.
When he allowed Kotaro to even get the thing to inject him, he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, I'm gonna stand here and let him get it because, well, there's two ways to play it. One, I know that even though you may inject him,
right,
you're only taking away the venom that I gave, but not the venom that he has.
Right.
But also, I'm allowing this because ultimately I do care and love for my brother and I don't want him to die. Like, there's a dichotomy where both of these things in play,
exactly,
or which one was in play. Was he like, okay, ultimately,
was he under the complete control, or
like so? But because he does stand there and he's and it's like, and he does it, and it was like, oh my god. Like, this is like one of those video games where, I'm opening a chest. The bad guy can't hit me when I'm opening the chest real quick. Hey, you have to allow me to open this chest, God of War style, and then you'll fight me when I'm ready.
Yeah.
Like, it was literally like that, but I'm like, wait, no. This show, so much happening on here.
That's why
such a good show.
It's so hard to remember the order of events because of how much. And we're not even done with this episode.
No.
Yet. So Champ comes back with all of his memories, and he's like, I thought you had this.
I thought you were gonna do this.
He's already cracking jokes. He just made it back to Earth. Here's the thing, though. I really do wish that Champ had come back with no memories.
That's what I said. I wanted that so bad.
This was such a powerful scene, too, because especially it's like, here's your Kyutama, go for it. That was so great. However, I feel like that would have been so much cooler if he didn't have any memories at all.
Yep. I thought like he would have showed up and he's like, he just comes in and he's like, I'm here to help, blah, blah. And he's just so happy, like, Champ! And he's like, that's me.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like, well, that would have been weird. Why did you say that's me? He's not reacting. And then that's when you realize, oh my God.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know, and he just programmed to come and help.
Yeah.
That would have been it. It would have been so good, because even though there's like this great moment, it's like it pulls you back down and tugs at your heartstrings where you're like, but he doesn't know who he is.
Yeah, and I feel like that would have been a nice little arc that could have carried over to future episodes.
It would have been so good.
It would have been, oh my gosh. But regardless, I am happy he's back.
Yeah.
Now that we're talking about, I do hope there are some lingering problems that get carried over.
I think there will be, and I'm gonna, but they're gonna show up in like weird, quirky ways.
Yeah.
It won't be a big enough thing to actually be part of a story.
Right.
But it'll be like, there are weird, quirky ways.
Yeah.
I think there has to be some kind of repercussion from.
Half.
Yeah, well, half in pieces, quarters, like. Oh my God, like 10% pieces, like fractions. That's what you were broken into, man. It was horrible. God, a hand here, an arm here. Here goes my head. It was like, what? Come on.
All right. So Champ helps beat Scorpio. They go in this huge fight. It was so well choreographed. I loved it. And then they
well, finally, it gets in a moment where he does get.
He does the final strike.
Yeah, he hits him first in the midsection
with Champ's axe.
Oh, geez, it's done right there.
Yeah.
And then he cuts through, and then finally goes for it was the neck, right? And then just boom,
giant explosion
behind him. But even though we get that moment of victory, here goes a solemn moment right after because we see Stinger is still affected.
Yes.
Right?
It's his brother. Like, he basically, you've killed me. It's a you've killed me moment.
Man.
Lots of crying and everything. Yeah. It was emotional. Yeah. And then he turns, eventually, in his last moments, he turns good. Which is something I wasn't really a fan of. I was really hoping he would stay evil to the bitter end.
No, man.
But,
come on.
But he turns. And it is heartfelt. And it tugged at my heartstrings. But I really wish he had stayed evil.
But I kind of got that he was going to be a sacrificial lamb. But what I didn't expect is that he was going to be a sacrificial lamb twice.
Yes, exactly.
He takes the venom that's left inside of his brother into himself to save Stinger. And it was like, okay, good. That was good. So Stinger's going to live, but automatically now we know for
sure Scorpio's basically dead. Yeah. You've doomed him.
Yeah.
And then we get our first look at Don Armage, who is the big bad of who they're going to be fighting at the very end.
Yes.
And he shoots a little energy ball, spirit bomb thing at the entire Kyurangers, like there.
Well, because at that point he's kind of like, so you failed me. Like literally, all this.
You weren't that great anyway.
You weren't that great, and I think Don Armage knew that ultimately Scorpio was going to turn on him.
Yes.
I think, not even turn good, but turn on him because, remember,
that was his ultimate goal.
Yeah. Scorpio's whole plan was, I want to be Don Armage.
Yeah.
I want to be Don. He even says it, I was drunk with power.
Yes.
And all these things. So it was like, so Don Armage knew. And that's pretty cool because it's like, this big bad is supposed to be, he better be bigger and badder than Scorpio. Scorpio was the best villain I think we've ever seen.
If they don't top him, I'm so mad.
But Don Armage is even better. He knows even more.
Exactly.
It was so good.
So yeah, he blocks the shot. Scorpio disappears into smithereens and nothingness, and we never see him again, maybe in flashbacks. And then
he rolls back a giant fireball.
He's powerful.
Giant fireball.
With his bare hands.
Okay. Unmorphed. Like, he's not even turned... How much better are you compared to your brother? Like, you have to sit there and Stinger has to be like, well, dude, I am nothing compared to my brother. He's bad and he's still better, stronger, and cooler than me.
Better, faster, harder,
stronger. Yeah, seriously.
Better,
Daft Punk was like, oh man, can't wait to write about Scorpio. Better, and that's what happened. That's what happened. Because they're Daft Punk. They're from the future. That's what they did. That's
entirely true.
Oh, the song that played.
Oh, yes. That's also another thing we want to touch upon. There's a song that plays during the death sequence, and we're not sure if anyone can leave a comment or even an opinion about this.
Seriously.
If this is the actor for Scorpio who is singing. Because if it's not him singing, because we all know he can sing now.
Yeah.
If it's not him singing, this is a very missed opportunity.
Scorpio or Stinger?
Scorpio,
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Or Stinger.
Yeah, Stinger.
Stinger.
I thought it was Stinger.
Oh my gosh.
So and if it is Stinger, it would be so appropriate.
Yes.
It's so perfect. I mean, hey, do us a huge favor.
Exactly.
Write a song for this death scene.
Can you write a song for your dead brother?
Yeah, it's gonna be great. We'll be able to play it, so we're able to market you and everything else. We market everything on this show. At the end, we marketed plush toys. Trust me, we'll get this done. So, and sure enough, I'm telling you, I think it is him. But you guys in the comments, do us a huge favor.
If you can find out for us, that'd be amazing.
Seriously. The Henshin Hangout Horde. That's what I'm going to call you guys.
Henshin Hangout
Horde? The Henshin Hangout Horde. If you guys can get together with all the strength, look it up, find out, comment. Please. Yes. Let us know. Because I think it is.
Yeah.
And I just want to know for sure. So if you guys can, it would be so great to prove me right. But I don't mind. Even if I'm wrong, prove me wrong then. Prove me wrong. I challenge you to prove me right or wrong. Either way it goes.
You've been challenged.
You've been challenged. Come on, Henshin Hangout Horde.
Okay.
But anyway.
So, all right. The giant raid happens. Like everything's kind of going to the shit. Argo's ship is being attacked, and none of the Voyagers can get out. So
kind of disappointed about the Argo ship.
Yeah.
It's a boat.
Yeah.
What the?
Or not the Argo ship. The Orion Go. The Orion Go is being attacked. None of the Voyagers can get out. So Lucky really gets into the leadership thing.
Yes,
now.
he does.
And so I love that in both these episodes.
Yeah.
So Lucky is like, hey, Commander, I want you to go up in your sword and go defend the Orion Go.
Right.
And the rest of us, we're going to go unlock the Argo ship.
Argo ship.
So they use the 3 Kyutamas. They summon the Argo ship, which is an Argo ship Kyutama.
Yeah.
Summons a giant, awesome looking ship, by the way. And I was expecting more.
It's a Viking ship. For some reason, I really thought it was a spaceship. I was looking for another spaceship. Like, yeah, it's going to be great, but whatever. So, boom, comes out of the water. We knew it was hidden on Earth, so that's fine.
Yeah, so they go in there, and there's all this, like, white, like, tarps and stuff everywhere. And in the middle of the ship, there's a cryogenic...
cryogenic, like, sarcophagus. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
They press the button, and out comes this hobo-looking guy.
Hairy guy. It's a hairy guy. Like, the hair's on his face.
He looks like out of a scary movie. If you had switched the color tones.
Oh my god, yeah, it's The Ring. Like, it's literally the girl from The Ring, but she's wearing, like, all black instead of, like...
But as a guy.
Yeah, pretty much.
And so they're like, what is this?
And, of course, Lucky's happy. Lucky's always happy.
Lucky's always happy. And this guy just decides, I'm going to fight them. I know what's happening. But there's this whole encounter that takes place, and they finally Henshin is like, this ain't working. So they Henshin the Kyurangers, and the guy goes, wait, who are you again?
Yeah.
We're the Kyuranger!
I told you that earlier, but now I know for sure.
But now
that's all it was.
And so that's when he's like, oh, if you're the ultimate saviors, I'm the legendary savior. This is going to become a thing, guys.
My word.
I'm not a fan of it right now.
My word. Because that's what he says all the time. My word. I'm the legendary ranger. Oh, my word. Legend, legend, legend. Every other word.
Legend, legend, legend.
Yeah, pretty much.
So we...
Call him John Legend. That's it. It's every word.
Call him John Legend.
That's it.
So... Gosh, what happened? So they go outside and they're like, hey, so the Earth's going to blow up in a couple minutes. And he's like, oh, okay. So he...
Quick change.
Fire... And he basically becomes clean-shaven. He loses his shirt.
Because that's what happens.
And now we get to see the newest Kyuranger.
Which we knew.
Newest.
We knew.
He's been a Kyuranger before, apparently. He is a Space Buster.
Yeah.
Ho-Oh soldier. And we saw these leaks before thinking he was going to be some sort of evil ranger.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I don't know how I feel if he was going to be evil or not. But... he destroys the entire fleet. No Zord.
In the classic form, he's OP'd for his first appearance.
Yes.
That's how it always is.
And it's one of those things that we were talking about this. He's never going to do this ever again.
No. He took down an entire armada by himself. Not even with a Zord, not with anything. Jumps on ships and
just stabs it and it explodes.
Boom. Everything is going away, like just done. He gets there down. All right. Well, see you guys later. This was great. That's literally what happens.
Peace.
See you guys later. This was great. And blah, blah, blah. And just walks off. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll definitely see him again.
Exactly.
But, yeah, from there.
So we get back. So after that, we get back to the ship. Commander questions it. It's like, who is this guy? What secrets does he hold? And then we find out all the stuffed plushies actually, with the exception of Stinger, were made by Stinger.
Yeah.
Because apparently everyone from the Scorpio constellation...
really good with knitting.
Very good with needlework.
Needlework. There you go. So, congratulations, guys. So we have something new that I'm going to purchase.
Yeah, so we have something like, some more backstory. It's like something's like... And I like that it wasn't just like a buy the toy plushie things.
No,
there's actual story behind it.
Yeah.
And I like that. That's really great.
Well, that's what they're doing is appealing to the other people that are like, I'm too smart to figure out. Oh, really? They make them that way? Yes, I want one too now because I'm that guy, and I'm like, yeah, I want one now. I don't like plush toys, but I will get that.
On his way to drop off Champ, like he's in his Voyager and he passes like Universal Joanne's. And he's like, I think I can. And he just picks up all this cloth.
I guess I can.
I have some time to kill.
Yeah, you know. And then you just flying back. All right, none. That was it.
So that's basically it for these 2 episodes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about Ho Phoenix though?
Honestly, I need
Ho Soldier.
Yeah, Ho Soldier. I'm interested. I need to know what Kyutama he's holding.
Yes, the one at the very end. He's holding a blue one. And we don't know which one that is just yet.
And you point out something about his helmet, how it...
Oh, it's basically... Okay, so that's the thing. If you look at his helmet, when they were doing like zoom arounds, his helmet's a Kyutama. The front of it is glass, the back of it is just regular thing. But at the top, there's a little... that.
Yeah.
And then this goes off to form the headset. And I was like, oh... that's kind of genius. However, I don't like the headset. It doesn't make any real sense.
It's a contrast.
So if he's an ancient soldier, why does he have this futuristic headset-looking thing, but he has a sword and shield? Yeah. And it's like, it's cool.
He speaks like a knight with the, oh my word.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, oh my.
It's cool. But the themes don't match.
There are 2 things going on here, and they're just meshing, and they're not meshing well. But I'm excited to see exactly how far we'll be able to go with him. There has to be a great backstory for it. Now we've got Stingers. We've got a few other people's backstories. So now this one is one that I'm excited for because it's just more. It's more. So I'm down for it. I am on his team as long as he doesn't do
the legendary
thing through every moment. That's it.
Okay, so as a whole, these 2 episodes, we're not going to group these 2 episodes singularly.
You've got to watch them
as one big episode. Exactly. What would you rate it out of 5?
This episode out of 5. I'm sorry, guys. This is a 5.
This is a straight 10.
I don't know why this show is never just like. I haven't had one episode that I've said, below 3.5 because it's that good. So this is good. This is great. Give it 5s. It's 2 episodes put them together. It's a 10.
It's a straight 10 just for both of them, and I love them so much.
Definitely,
it's so great.
Oh man.
So I mean that's pretty much it for our Henshin Hangout. It's great. But I want to ask you guys. So you're not really into the Toku universe like I am, or like Joe or whatever. No. So I want you guys to comment. What should Dave? I almost called you David.
Funny enough, I was called David earlier this week. It's a weird thing. But no joke. I was like my boss's boss was like David, and did it for half an hour, and I was like, "Yep, you sign my checks, David. It is.
I suppose I'm David.
Sure thing. Darnell, I don't give a whatever, man. whatever. And that was Joseph. So that's the weird thing about it. So anyway, moving on.
So yeah. So for any of you guys out there that that watch this today, what would you suggest to Daniel to check out? I personally think you should check out, I don't know, there's a couple things. So there's Gokaiger, which is universally accepted as like the big, that's the one Sentai you need to watch because it's the anniversary season. Shinkenger, which is a samurai themed season. And then Geki Ranger, which is a kung fu themed season. And I think you'd really like, that was one of my first ones, but I think you'd like those. Anything else, like even Kamen Rider, Garo, Tamaka Hero, and any of these Toku things?
Throw these suggestions at me. I have a little bit of free time lately, so I want to know.
Yes.
Throw this at me. I will watch. I will come back and tell you what I thought. I will tell you if you were right, if you were wrong. I love to do that. So do it, and I'll also once again tell you if I was right or wrong. But give me some info, guys.
Yeah.
Just tell me, all right, this is the name of the show. This is why you will like it, Daniel. You guys kind of get my sensibilities. So just tell me. And I'll come back and I'll tell you guys what's going on. And then also I'll be able to read your comments on air. And tell you, hey, this is what this person thought. I thought it was great.
That's right.
Or this is what this person thought. I thought it was effing amazing. Whatever it may be. So kind of just throw the suggestions at me in the comments, guys.
Exactly.
Please.
So before we cut out, we just have some comments that we have to read. We only have 2 of them. So just leave these comments for us next week, and we'll read them on next week. Yeah. Okay, so do you want first?
Sure.
Go.
All right, Ryan Super 04 Steel Speed Thomas. This is what we started off the show with when I was like, God dang, your name, it's so long, but it's so great. You change it up so much. I'm sorry. At first, I was like, I hate Ryan. Now I love the fact that you do this. So, see, I'm telling you, I have no problem saying that I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. I love it. I love when people do it. Anyway, I love both of the episodes. Great episode. Hey, Kelly, and hello, Darrel, and yo, Daniel Jerome. Thank you. I love how people say my whole name. You guys are like my favorite people in the world.
Aww.
You and other people in the on the hashtag show are my favorite people in the world. Love you guys from my heart to you guys. Thank you. We appreciate it. Let us know that you like us. Let us know that you hate us. Either way it goes, let us know something.
Yes.
We love being able to read your comments on air. Congratulations, you're a star today because we just did it.
All right, and then Alona 86. That true, I was watching Kyurangers when some talked about Kamen Rider Den-O. After that, I got hooked and I watched Kamen Rider Decade and other Kamen Rider series. So yeah, so Kamen Rider Decade it's an anniversary season, and it's also, for me, it was a gateway back into Kamen Rider, because I was like, what is this? And I watched Decade, and I was like, oh, there's more of them. There's a lot of them. And so I watched Den-O, and Den-O to this day is still my favorite Kamen Rider. I love it. I think you might like it, actually. It's a very time travel train. The first couple episodes are very...
Time travel and trains, it's like Back to the Future 3. I'm already in.
There's so many plot twists and everything. One of my friends, he hates like these kinds of shows, like time travel stuff. And so
What's his name so we can see he's a horrible person? What's his name?
Oh, really?
Make up a name. Make up a name.
Husky.
Husky, you are a horrible person.
Actually,
horrible.
I just kind of grabbed it from that name over there.
Yeah, that's fine.
But
whoever you are,
actually,
Husky,
that relates really well to him now that I think about it. But
Husky, you're a douche.
But it was one of those things that like I had him watch it. I was like, you need, in order for our friendship to continue, you need to watch this. Our friendship didn't continue, but
See?
but he came back to me like later. I forgot what I was doing. I was sitting at school, and he came up to me. He's like, oh my gosh, and then the twist and and I was just like, what? What are you talking about?
Then I'm in. I will. Now, you guys just need to make sure you comment and tell me more things so I can do the thing. Oh my God, that was in the thing. I want to do that exactly too. So please, all you guys need to do is comment and let us know. Also, let us know about that music. That was your challenge.
That was your other challenge, yes.
The challenge for this week. So yeah, let's get the conversation started, guys. Go ahead and say some stuff. We'll say some stuff back to you. It's going to be great. We're going to be open about this. Have a whole conversation.
You can even start the conversation early by our Twitter, Instagram, Facebooks.
Boom.
So yeah, plug that.
Oh yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook with Battlestar Galactica. That's it. You just go ahead and type that in. Bing, bing, you'll find me. Except for Twitter, you'll have to do that hashtag BSG. That's it.
And then for me, it's going to be Darrel J. Delphin on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Very easy to find. And if it's not, it's somewhere in the description. I'm pretty sure you guys can find it. But yeah, start the conversation early. Let us know what you want. And then leave comments on this video so that way we know what you want him to check out. Or even me. Like, I don't know a whole lot about Toku. I love Toku. But there haven't been seasons that I haven't seen yet. So please... shoot them our way.
There you go.
I can't speak.
It's fine. Neither of us can today. It's fine. So once again, guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share the video. Tell your other friends about it. There have to be friends that you know that are like, hey, man, I'd love to talk about it, watch it, or even discuss it.
Well, this is the best place to do it.
There you go. I'm telling you, man. I'm just saying, hey. It's something that can happen. Let's make this a community.
Let's do it. All right, guys. So make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture. Yeah! Lucky!